Chiefs fans, chill out. It's going to be all right. Remember last year? Last year, Steelers were 11-0, right? Lost their first playoff game. There's something to be said for teams that get their mid-season form, that start really performing towards the end of the year. You take a look at the Giants, the year that they beat the undefeated Patriots in the Super Bowl. Halfway through that year, and if I remember correctly, Steve Spagnuolo was the defensive coordinator that year. Tom Coughlin, Spags, fire them all. That mid-season, that team, but they came back and won the Super Bowl against the undefeated New England Patriots. Last year, I don't have note cards on this. This is all just ad lib. But I remember the Buccaneers not being any better than like 2-3 or 3-3. The start of their season wasn't that great. Now look how that turned out for them last year to beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Sometimes a team needs just time to come together. And I know that you can say, Mahomes has thrown more picks this year than he did all year last year. Look at the interception that went right through Mark Kemp's hands, or the one that last week went right through Tyreek Hill's hands. Sometimes you just have a roll of bad luck. But I guarantee you that I've been watching football long enough, and if you have bad luck, if you have all your miscues in the beginning of the season, and you're able to grow from it and perform from there, it's a huge difference than being 5-0. I remember Andre Rison and Trent Green. I still have the Kansas City Daily or whatever it was at the time, and it has an actual picture of Andre Rison, 5 in one hand, 0 in the other, 5-0. I remember the 13-3 seasons. I remember the Joe Montana going up to Buffalo in the AFC Championship game. I'm 47 years old, and in my whole life, that was my only AFC Championship game until the last 3 years. And I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not going to sit here and, even the Patriots, that long dynasty, that long stretch that they went through, they didn't win the Super Bowl every year. They didn't make the Super Bowl every year. There was times that people were saying Tom Brady's done. He's over. He's washed up. Well, how'd that work out last year? How's Tom Brady looking this year? The guy's like 2 years younger than me. There's no way. My God. An amazing athlete. Can't take anything from him. I don't like him, but I cannot take anything from him. I just don't want people to think at this young stage of this 2021 season, NFL season, and 2-3, it's not what we hope for, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world. I mean, everybody just kind of get over it a little bit. I mean, remember when we were up 35-3 or something against Indianapolis in that playoff game? Thought finally we're going to win a playoff game. And they came back and beat us by 1 point. Look, that's over with. That's done. So no matter how we feel right now, we won a Super Bowl. We've been to 3. We got 3 AFC championships. I mean, remember, just win a Lamar Hunt a trophy. That's all that we care about. Just get us to the Super Bowl, win Lamar Hunt a trophy. Well, he has 3 of them now, and he has 1 Lombardi. And another presence in the Super Bowl last year. The Chiefs are going to be all right. This may not be their year, but that's yet to be determined. It's young in the season. But if it's not their year, we got next year. We got the year after that. I mean, we have Patrick Mahomes now. We have Andy Reid. Veach, I don't think always makes... He's hit, though. I mean, he has hit, and not everybody's going to hit the percentage that he hits on those draft picks. So, nobody's going to hit every single one of them. So just have faith in your team. We're going in to week 6. I mean, we're most likely, really, the first 5-6 weeks of this year, we all knew. We looked at the schedule, and we all knew. Now, if the Chiefs were just this elite team that could beat the Ravens, beat the Chargers, beat the Browns, I mean, we've went up against some really, really hard teams. So, yeah, everybody was saying the Bills played nobody. But then they went and played the Chiefs, and look how they handled them. But a lot of that, too, was just, sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. But if it's not going to go your way, I think you would most likely be blessed to think that it was at the beginning of the season. So let's see what the rest of this season holds. Let's see how it turns out. And you know what? There ain't nobody doubting that we're in the playoffs. There ain't nobody doubting that we're going to make it to the Super Bowl again. And if they do, they just, are sensationalists that have YouTube channels or have, ESPN channels or something like that, and they all have to have something to say. I mean, yeah, Skip never believed in the Chiefs, so he's loving it now. Shannon kind of turning a little bit against the Chiefs, but at the same time, that's what the media does. That's their job. It has nothing to do with reality. It has nothing to do with the truth. So we will see in the coming weeks, and we'll see who's here at the end of the year. Will it be the Chiefs? I don't know. But if they were, 5-0 right now, would it be the Chiefs? Yeah, I mean, I'd be thinking a lot more than it's going to be. But there's no guarantee either way. The Chiefs could go on a run. The year they won the Super Bowl, they lost 3 games straight. It did not look good. Did not look good at all. The defense still wasn't like a top tier defense. The offense was actually not performing as good as the MVP year of Patrick Mahomes. It wasn't 50,000 yards. It wasn't 50 touchdowns, 5,000 yards. But that year we won the Super Bowl. That year, Lamar Jackson won the MVP. To think that Lamar Jackson, to think that Josh Allen aren't going to win some Super Bowls. I mean, we all hope they do. That's what makes football fun. It's not about your team winning every time. I used to think to myself, if I was a Patriots fan, would I be tired of winning? Would I be tired of Super Bowl after Super Bowl, playoff after playoff? Now that my Chiefs are, at a very, very small portion there. No, I mean, I'm happy for Lamar Jackson. I'm happy for Josh Allen. I'm happy for the National Football League. Winning every single game, winning every single Super Bowl, that's not what makes football fun. What makes football fun is like really, really good games. I remember playing the Buffalo Bills last year in the regular season. It was like Wednesday afternoon or something crazy like that. I don't remember exactly when. It was all rainy. And the Chiefs won. But I'm telling you, it was one of the most boring games I ever watched. That game last Sunday against the Bills, oh, you know what? The refs this, or the weather that, or somebody this, Clyde Edwards-Helaire hurt. All of that's just part of football. And if you don't understand that, just try not to let your emotions get in the way and just remember that's how football is. I don't know what to tell you. And it's actually better to have a game that gives you butterflies in your stomach. A game that gets you excited and makes you feel it. And it's coming down, towards the end. And can we do it? Can we do it? Or we're up. Can we stop them? Can we stop them? That's what makes football fun. It's not about winning every single game, every single championship. So, if the Chiefs if they get to the playoffs and lose their first game, like Pittsburgh did last year, or like Lamar Jackson has done. Lamar Jackson won his first playoff game last year. Maybe he wins the Super Bowl this year. You never know. Football is just that way. So, just kind of chill out on the 2-3 record. Kind of chill out on, the Bills beating the Chiefs. One more thing before I go. Remember how much the Chiefs annihilated Patrick Mahomes to Tyreek Hill? 225 yards in the first quarter, 3 touchdowns. In the regular season. In the Super Bowl, didn't quite work out that way, did it? So, we made up with the Buffalo Bills again. Ain't gonna quite work out that way for you Bills. I can guarantee you that. Chiefs fans, we'll be back.